short snack or laugh is too short to be serious. All right, folks, we're back at Dunkin for the spring 2025 menu, and this is just part one. Part two, we're going to call it Easter. I hope we get more views just calling it Easter, because I mean the vibe is Easter, right? The colors, just the theme of it just screams Easter. But we're not there yet. That's going to be a month away, April. Right now we got some new food items, or some returning and new food items. We got some returning coffees, so a lot of stuff going on at Dunkin. And let's get to it. 5 drinks is what I chose. There were a few more that you could have gone with, but we went with the 5 that I thought were interesting enough to talk about. All right, so that's your thumbnail, and let's get rolling to the drinks first. You know me, I like to start with drinks. I'll move the food, and then we'll get to rolling here. So we're gonna start with pistachio, right? Pistachio's back after like 5 years, 6 years. Before I reviewed, it was right before I started reviewing Dunkin. So the Dunkalattes are heavy, right? They are dense, and we know that from having them in the past. And so we got a new version of the Dunkalatte. You could really add any flavor swirl, I'm sure. Well, maybe you can. I don't know. I think the future for Dunkalatte is that they've got to start pushing other flavors, right? To really give it a good vibe. I think like a cookies and cream Dunkalatte would be legit. But that's just my suggestion. It's kind of like the vibe is like a milkshake, but not like with the brain freeze. And then we'll get to that point again. So pistachio latte. Nutty. You know, your typical pistachio flavor. If you know like what a pistachio tastes like, imagine that with a little sweet twist and coffee. I think I prefer Starbucks a little bit more, just because Starbucks has more premium coffee. But this is solid, right? I approve. Love that nutty blend. I'll give it 8.5. I really think it comes together well. Now you've got a shaken espresso as well. So I think there's a little bit more espresso in this than your latte, and then it's shaken up. So there should be a little bit more balance from it being shaken, and it should be a little bit more creamy, right? Just like Sabrina loves her espresso and loves her creamy things. You know, it should be creamy. And yeah, it's more balanced, it's stronger, it's creamier, it's more flavorful. It just blends together more. And you get more coffee too. I think there's more espresso, right? They list out, it doesn't say how much espresso they put in the latte, but this is delicious. That's what I'm looking for a Dunkin' drink. Just everything. Like, their coffee isn't the greatest, but when you blend all these good flavors, that's a 10. That they nailed it on that, right? Everything. So huge difference between the two. Still really like the pistachio latte. It's just not the same as the espresso shaker. All right, so Dunkalatte is back. And again, it is like drinking a frozen coffee or a coffee milkshake without the brain freeze, right? It's got a very thick texture, very ice cream like flavor. It's very good. Like, again, it's a coffee milk that they have, and they put some espresso in it to really give it that coffee taste. And it is really solid. Of course, you know, it's not like crazy, but it's enjoyable. It's an 8 for me. I mean, it's a good drink, albeit just coffee, right? So imagine like a frozen coffee without the brain freeze. That's what I like to say. Then you've got a new, got the wrong one. I'll put that one down. You've got the new toasted almond Dunkalatte. So they're starting to experiment. They're starting to throw more in, and I'm sure 6 months down the line, maybe we'll get like a pumpkin Dunkalatte. Then we'll get a peppermint. And they'll keep doing seasonal things, but then maybe they'll throw in like a app exclusive blueberry one or app exclusive caramel. Caramel Dunkalatte would be really interesting. So anyways, we got toasted almond to start with, right? And I'm sure I'm sure you can throw in other flavors and it's going to charge more. So the whole point of it is they have it featured on the menu and you're not paying an arm and a leg for it. So anyways, let's try this. Yeah. It is definitely, same concept, same texture, but with an almond twist. It's very solid. But I do think I prefer the OG. Almond's good, right? But almond's not for everybody, right? That was really weird they chose almond out of everything. They could have gone with the pistachio, something. But almond, still, they hit it really well. The flavor's there. The texture's there. 7.5, I think. I mean, it's not far off from the OG, but the OG is just, you think about like the combination of a creamy, thick base with coffee. And then, the almond kind of pulls away from that, right? You want something that dives into that. Like if you add cookies and cream, if you add like an Oreo, then I think that would really work into it well. All right, so last drink is the brown sugar hazelnut oat milk. A lot going on. So it seems like they really want the brown sugar and hazelnut pairing to really come through. So let's try it. Not a big fan of that. Seems to clash in a way. I don't taste a lot of the oat milk either. It's not terrible. But it's not that great. I'm gonna give it a 5. A 5. That's where we got it. All right. We got the ham and cheese pretzel bun sliders. King's Hawaiian. So bougie, very bougie. I guess it's Swiss. Oh, there's mustard. Did not know that. That is interesting. Okay. Trying to want a bite with cheese and mustard all together, but it seems to kind of get all lost. Okay, I found that part. Okay, let's get this bad boy rolling. I think this has great potential. Cheap ham, but let's try it. Yeah, the ham kind of holds us back. And I don't taste much from the mustard. It's buttery and soft. Again, cheap deli ham, they ain't doing much. I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm talking about 7, but no. There's some good elements, but that cheap ham just holds it back. All right, we'll do the chicken and bacon croissant stuffer, which is a returning item. So I think it's deli chicken, right? Just like deli ham, it's sliced thin. So kind of dry. Little bit of flavor from that stuffing, but it is a bit dry. Cheap ingredients in the middle. I think just the fact that it's kind of dry and stuff makes it less intriguing than the pretzel sliders. So personally, I'm gonna give that a 5. They're okay. They're inoffensive, but all right. Now we got a new buttery croissant. I got it with the. I'm gonna take a little piece of it. I got it with the. You can definitely taste the difference, but I think I prefer the OG. I don't know. But this is the bacon. What's it called? What will you call it? The bacon. It's the black pepper bacon sandwich. I'm sorry. So yeah, let's try it. Probably the best item of the 3 in terms of food. Still a little dry on the croissant. A little touch of sweetness, I guess, from the croissant too, though. Black pepper bacon adds a little bit, but not much. I don't know. I think it's better than the other 2 items. I would say like a 6.5. So yeah, that is your review. Was not impressed with the food. Most of the coffees were great. So if you're thinking about going to Dunkin for their spring items, definitely get the Pistachio Espresso Shaker. And of course, the Dunkalatte. Can't go wrong there. Other than that, I'll see y'all around.